TIFU by believing I was allergic to chocolate for 32 years. I was never very healthy as a young child. And my mom was strict. I was born 35 weeks and quite sick. And had various difficulties with my physical health as a small child. Though cognitively fine, I needed a lot of early physical therapy and still seemed clumsy with an unusual gait and have stunted growth. I even had to ride the short bus with the special ed kids in kindergarten and first grade because I was so much smaller, weaker, and frequently ill. But I found ways to get into the same kind of mischief as other kids my age. I remember once sneaking some really good chocolate that my mom had hid. I couldn't be more than 4. My mom screeched at me and said I couldn't have any. I was allergic to chocolate. Since she was mostly the one looking after my health, I took her at her word and never ate chocolate again. Even if offered, I would politely refuse and say I was allergic. I would freak out if I accidentally drank chocolate, and feel shitty. I've never eaten more than an accidental bite of anything chocolate, though I am a complete fiend for nearly all kinds of gummy and fruit-flavored candy. Luckily, I believed it was not triggered by cross-contamination, so all I have to do is never eat chocolate. This was especially a pain as I have been to Germany a few times and missed out, or so I was told. I don't know very much about what chocolate tastes like. But recently, at 32, I visited my mom. We were out of coffee one morning, so she offered chocolate-covered coffee beans. Confused, I refused and said that she of all people should know I'm allergic to chocolate. She told me herself. I remember. She stared at me for several long seconds, then burst out laughing. You remember that from when you were little? And you still don't eat chocolate? I only told you you were allergic to stop you begging for treats or raiding my own stash. I thought you knew that by now. Quote. I'm really angry. All that chocolate I never had. TLDR. Was gaslit into believing as a young child that I am allergic to chocolate, so I have never eaten it. I never questioned it and have not ever eaten more than a few bites of chocolate in my life. ETA. My wife is going to try to make me an all-chocolate meal. To see what I like. Cake, dessert hummus, hot chocolate, Lindt truffles. On the bright side, you have so many tasty things to try now. Oh, you poor soul. Did you grow up trick-or-treating with Halloween? That would be a minefield. My recommendation to you is to join our snack exchange and find chocolate delicacies from around the world. My mother was the opposite and kept trying to get me to eat raw tomatoes. That would make me vomit. I've spent the last 32 years not eating raw tomatoes.
Your mom Ida.
There is an episode in season 1 of Raising Hope that is almost identical to this. Jimmy was told by his mother growing up that he was allergic to fruit and therefore he never ate fruit. Turns out his mom just lied to him because fruit was expensive. Hilarious episode. It super sucks that this happened to you op. Now is the time to super indulge in chocolate. This woman owes you some chocolate tears of joy. This is tough to believe. Your mom knew for 32 years that you could eat chocolate. And she believed that you knew that too. And this is the first time in your life she's ever offered you chocolate? This is why you don't lie, especially not to your kids. First, your mom sucks. Plot twist, you are really allergic to it and your mom didn't know it. Classic schmozby. My mother told me chocolate would make me wet the bed. I figured it out a few years later when a doctor asked if I had any allergies and I told him that. She also said eating the bread crust would put hair on my chest and that worked as expected. Open mouth smile. My wife is going to try to make me an all-chocolate meal. To see what I like. Cake. Dessert hummus. Hot chocolate. Lint truffles. Man. You need to have some chocolate stuffed with chocolate. Sprinkled with chocolate. Served on a bed of chocolate after 32 years. My wife is going to try to make me an all-chocolate meal. To see what I like. Cake. Dessert hummus. Hot chocolate. Lint truffles. I would take it slow with the chocolate intake. You do not want to shock your systems by eating too much of something you have never had. So between 4 and the next 14. Minimum. Years you lived with her. You never brought up how you couldn't eat chocolate because you were allergic. All the grocery store trips. Holidays. Family baked goods. Never got brought up again? Not once? This seems very far-fetched. How exactly did that happen? If your wife is planning to make a chocolate meal, I can't think of anything better than the birthday dinner had in the film Chocolat. First We Feast recreated the menu in their blog post here, and another blogger did an inspired Chocolat dinner here for some ideas. The all-chocolate meal is a mistake. You'll overdo it and think chocolate is nasty. Baby steps. Try one thing at a time. Start simple and work your way up. You weren't gaslit. You were lied to. Your mom is an asshole. I'm sorry. Dessert hummus? You weren't gaslit. Your mom just lied to you.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.